Hey YouTube, look who it is. It's your girl Ayana, aka the Crafty Notary, and I'm back. It has been just about 2 years, like to the dot, because I looked in the YouTube at my videos and I think that it said April 2024. If I'm not mistaken, I think it said April 2024. So hello and happy new year for 2025 and 2024 and all the things. I do think I went live in 2025. I don't know. I have to check. But anywho, welcome to my channel. And I know that I've still gotten a lot of support and love for the previous videos that I have posted there from many of you. I've gotten emails, I've gotten text messages, and I try to answer each and every one. I told you that. So again, I want to thank you for reaching out to me. And yeah, so what have I been up to? I am still in the notary business. Yes, I am. I am still in the notary business. However, more or less, I'm a little bit more low key with it. I'm not really pursuing a lot of business. However, I still do predominantly run, and I do a few notarizations here in my neighborhood. So for those who don't know, I moved to the Jacksonville area from Tampa, and I live in a huge community. And I get a lot of requests for notaries here. There's actually a few notaries who live in this community. I mean, there's one or two that also do this as a business. But I do get business here in the community. So that's that. Otherwise, my full-time job is like my world, is my life. So ever since I got promoted in 2023 to team lead, manager, whatever you want to call it, I have just been rocking and rolling and going. And so when we moved here, I haven't been able to completely run my business the same way that I ran it in the Tampa area. There, I was doing a lot of loan signings. I was doing a lot of driving for loan signings, and not as much Ron, but now I try to just maintain the Ron clients that I have, which I have a few, and a few regulars that I have, and I try to do it that way, just kind of continue that way. So remember, my why for the entire business was so that I have a seasoned business for when I retire. So when I retire, and at this point, child, I don't even know if I'm even wanting to do this when I retire, but the thought was when I retire, I'll have this business to fall back on and do some work here and there and to make, a few dollars. So that was the goal, and it's still on track for that. So even though I still have a long time to retirement. So 2025 was decent to me. Like I said, I did not a lot of notary work, predominantly Ron for my attorney clients that I have. And let me tell you, I got a phone call from an attorney. This is when I lived in Tampa. So it was like maybe 2020. So I started in 2021. No, I started in 2020 because it's 4 years. No, 2021 because 4 years would be 2025. So in 2022, probably before we moved, I had gotten a call from a lady down in Miami who worked for an attorney's office who had gotten my name from somewhere, and I did a signing for her. Well, she turned around and gave my name to a lot of attorneys in Miami. And subsequently, I've done a lot of family type of notarizations, like prenups, postnups, divorce settlements, all of those kinds of things, family documents. I have a client, attorney client in the Tampa area that does a lot of estate planning and real estate closing type of signings that I still work with. And so, yeah, I just maintain the clients that I have. I've lost a couple along the way. I did do a signing for an NFL player. I won't say the NFL player, but I did do a signing for an NFL player. And that one was tricky. That was a sticky signing. So I'll just leave it there. But it was interesting to say the least of things. But yeah, I'm back. So let me talk about one of the things that I need to talk about today. So I've gotten a lot of requests about the Notary calculator. And I took the calculator offline simply because someone had kind of breached the master of my calculator and changed some things. And so I pulled it back and I was doing other research on other ways to offer it. And I decided, I've gotten a lot of calls, I should say, from people that were asking me to, where's the calculator? Like they want to purchase the calculator. So what I've done since then, I have joined the Notary Education Group, which was founded by another notary, Berjo Fully at Be Elise Notaries. And we have a slew of courses for notaries and soon to be other business professionals that help everyone out in their business. And so I've decided to package that calculator and bring it back, but I brought it back as a full-on course. And so this course will teach you all about how to price your business, about pricing for your business and how to create a pricing workflow / system for your business. Because I'll tell you that I'm still seeing a lot of these notary groups where people are getting their notary commission and they're asking on Facebook in these groups, you know, how much do you charge for this? Or how much do you charge for that? And let me tell you, if you don't know how much you're charging and you have to ask in social media, you need to not be doing any signings yet. That is one of the critical things you need to have ironed out before you open your doors or put your open now sign up. You need to know what you are charging, and you need a system for when people call you. How do you calculate that? How do you give it back to them? How do they pay you? There's so many notaries that do not have that set up. You get there, you don't have a way for people to pay you. You try to get cash only. A lot of people, like me, do not carry cash. And so it is essential that you have these things set up in place before you hit the go button. So this is actually one of those things that you need as far as running your business is, you know, how to price. And so I've decided, or I have developed this course. I have an idea. Let me write it down. I've decided to put this all into a course, and at the end of the course, you will get a copy of the Notary Calculator, as well as some other goodies for you. And so I am going to drop the link below to that course. The course is priced at $59. However, for all of my YouTube fam, you will get a $10 off coupon code. YT10 is the code. I'll make sure to put that in the description below, along with the link to the course. And so now you just don't have the calculator and don't know anything about how to structure your fees. Now you have a more robust understanding of how to set up your pricing and how to use the calculator. And so there isn't a live demonstration of the calculator in the course. However, there are real world scenarios for you to work through on how to price. And so I'm thinking of coming back and doing a live demonstration in a separate course, or a separate something video. But I also have a live demonstration here on this channel, and the calculator hasn't changed much. So there is a live demonstration on this channel. And so you can get it that way. So yeah, that's in a nutshell. That's the catch up. That's the tea on what's going on with the Crafty Notary. Crafty Notary is still going. I'm still here. And I look forward to potentially getting on YouTube just a little bit more. I know I say that every single time, and life gets lifing, but I do look to getting on YouTube just a tiny bit more so that I can bring to you any updates and news that's happening in the notary business. So, and, and some situations that you can work through. But a lot of times, like I said, I see in these groups, people are asking, they don't know what to charge, how to charge. And child, the low ball discussion is still a discussion. I'm not touching it. I'm not even going there anymore. I'm done with it. You do you. And I think that's the mantra we all should have, whether someone's taking lower or charging higher fees. You do what works best for your business. And yeah, that's it. That's all we can do. So in the meantime, in between time, I will see you guys. Make sure you hit the description below to check out the course. Check out the website as well. There are many courses there for you. So yeah, I'll talk to you soon.